What's up, everyone, and welcome to the Blockchain Report. I am your host, and today we're going to be looking at the Cornucopias island drop. They're little, sort of like a metaverse play, but it's kind of a lot all in one. It's got games, actual real life utility and use case. So we're going to look at the land drop that starts tomorrow. The team gave a nice little slide deck to go over what's going to be in it. Got the land details, the different zones, and the mint dates. So it's going to be across 4 days, 3rd, 4th, or 5 days, 3rd, 4th, 5th, 6th, 7th. And they have a breakdown of all the land that's going to be distributed, how much, the size of the land, the price, the times, the schedule for the minting process. There's a little table of contents, introduction, glossary. They go over the engine that they use, the new Unreal, not new, but it's the first AAA game on the blockchain. So this is a pretty big project. What the land looks like, home bubble, starter island, city, the different zones, the allocation schedule, custom domes, land utility, revenue, competitive analysis, roadmap, team, partners, all the good stuff you want to see. This is pretty detailed, so I'll do my best to make it quick, but it is a pretty big project, pretty hyped. So it's the most highly anticipated NFT land sale on the Cardano blockchain. But I would say Iconico's is another one, but we really haven't seen much from their project yet. It is fairly new, and Cornucopias has been out for a while, I believe since mid last year. So they combine real-world commerce with an immersive gaming experience, which empowers players to play and earn, build to earn, host to earn, and learn to earn. So it's got a lot of different utility use cases already planned, and it will be available on PC consoles, smart TVs, and many mobile mini games. So that's cool. A lot of games can be tied to either just the desktop or mobile, and you don't have that cross-platform, or on smart TVs nonetheless. So that's really cool to see. And look at the actual zone. This is one of the zones, one of the areas. This is what it possibly look like, I believe. Yeah, it's looks like in game. There's a little glossary kind of going over each topic. Home bubble, all players will have home bubble, a hub unique to each individual where in-game items and NFTs can be stored. All players will be granted a free bubble, which includes a plot of land with 2 trees and a hammock. So nice little lounge spot. They want it to look like a nice place to hang out and gather. The theme zones comprise a number of vast land sectors that are immense, technologically advanced floating domes. These land sectors encompass vast landscapes with their own unique style and backstory. Here, players can explore, socialize, discover quests, and find adventure. The first land sale includes 3 theme zones. So that's pretty cool, all the different zones, and they show what the different zones look like and go into what is around, what kind of resources they have. There will be 12 theme zones in total. Each is styled and curated with its own unique theme, places of interest, and quests. Each theme zone comprises of a number of land sectors housed in biome domes. I was thinking of the movie Biodome back in the 90s, Pauly Shore. Anyways, if you know, you know. Biome domes, and each land sector is divided into a number of districts. In the districts, each theme zone land sector is subdivided into districts which encompass player and non-player owned houses, merchants, workshops, farms, and other utility buildings. Each district is a community where players can socialize, quest, craft equipment, and trade. So they want you to be really involved in that community, in that city or district or zone. I believe that they'll incorporate a VR to their world at some point if they have all this. I mean, who wouldn't want to be laying up in a hammock with some trees around your little plot of land. That'd be pretty cool in a little place like this. Not saying I'll be there myself, but if you want to live in a different place, a completely different world, this is it. Custom domes are large land plots with floating domes within floating domes. These player-owned domes serve as venues for games and events. The player land owner designs the custom domes environment using no-code system and builds its content using a combination of templates and land building tools. Coming in land sale too. They have different land releases scheduled too, and there'll be a breakdown of that. So custom domes, that's pretty cool. You can build your own little dome. A starter island is a tutorial zone for the PC game. Players will be assisted by NPCs. Forget what the acronym stands for. Player something. I know I'm gonna butcher it. In order to learn the basic game mechanics, including crafting and quests within a vibrant tropical island environment. And then the city is a vast settlement for houses, shops, stadiums, and all kinds of recreational and entertainment. It's set in an immense floating dome split into sectors. Each sector will have its own unique theme with huge landscapes filled with skyscrapers, stadiums, and parks for players to engage. Player-owned properties will come in the form of NFT land and will be used for commercial or real estate needs. There's great opportunity for businesses to set up a commercial footprint in Cornucopias. So you can essentially have your own business in this world, in this game, and earn revenue, generate income. Be a nice way to kill that day job, or at least add some income to it without necessarily needing a second job where you spend more time and effort and get less return on that time and effort. So you got to be smarter with the way you work and how you approach life and business. And but yeah, so they're using Unreal Engine 5, first AAA quality blockchain-based game, aligned with leading game developers and creators who are realizing next-gen real-time 3D content and experiences with greater freedom, fidelity, and flexibility than ever before. Yeah, this looks really cool. I mean, that's in-game. Theme Zone 1, Solace, approaching Sector 3. You look at these. This is one of the domes. And how much space is in all these domes. So you got the zones, the sector districts, the home bubble, the custom dome, the land plots. I think this is a really, really cool approach to bringing a whole environment into a game ecosystem. Kind of reminds me of the Jetsons more of the Jetsons. I wouldn't quite say Star Wars because it doesn't have that intergalactic vibe yet, but definitely the Jetsons feel for all the OGs out there. So these are the home bubbles. It's a starting point and free-to-play space for each player joining the game. Home bubble is a uniquely customizable hub where items and NFTs that are crafted. So I mentioned all this earlier. Yeah, this is where all this is where your land is, your NFTs, whatever assets that you get in the game, you can store here. And you get a couple trees, some trees and a hammock, which is pretty nice. So Starter Island, it's an easy way to learn with mass appeal. So basically like a sandbox game. You just go in there and play around and learn how to use the game. And yeah, basically that's about it. And the Starter Island's not included in the land sales. So the city, real-world architects and urban designers create the city dome unencumbered by real-world limitations. It's cool to have some really good designers and the real-world designers to come in and put a spin to buildings in the metaverse. I bet there's a lot of stuff that they would love to do in the real world, but is not totally functional. or practical in the real world, but in the metaverse you can really let your imagination run wild with designs and things like that. So we went over this earlier. The city's not included either in the first land sale. And look at this. This is Solace Sector 1 mountain. And that's pretty nice. Got the cool shadows on the trees. The shadows on the trees could use a little work, but it's still pretty cool. Yeah, it's missing the leaves. You need the branches and stuff. But I mean, look, it is beautiful. So this is the first themed zone, reminiscent of Southern English national parks of outstanding natural beauty. Will be the first playable zone available within the game. Sector size, plots, V1 game version 1 playable, yes. Districts per sector 4. And then 1 sector per zone will be playable on initial release. So as they progress in development, they'll release more sectors. So that's really good. They at least get something out there for people to dip their toes into, keep the hype going. Then the second zone, Esperanza, think back to the Wild West of America. The landscape encompasses a diverse biome from hot and dry desert plains, rugged mesas, and sagebrush to immense valleys with great forests and cascading rivers. About the same size, same plots, also will be playable on initial release. Theme Zone 3, Fortune. The landscape encompasses daunting volcanoes and limestone mountain passes, temperate lowland, rainforest to highland cloud forests, all connected through nature trails that wind through caves, lakes, and waterfalls of sheer beauty. I mean, this is pretty detailed in-game engine right here, man. This is fucking beautiful. For a blockchain game, for a crypto game, this is next level. This is really, really cool. As with the other two, same sector size, plots, districts, all that good stuff. And then they show the zones, districts per sector, and then the release date. So the Solace, the first zone will be, I had it mistaken. So they are all during the first mint. And okay, future releases, additional zones. There will be 9 additional zones. Okay, that makes sense because there's 12 total. Unreleased zone plots, 72,000. So yeah, additional zone, the city. So that's when the city will be released, and then unreleased city plots in 2024. Yeah, because if they have one district out of these 3, so basically 3 districts out of 12, there's still quite a bit of work to be done. So 9 more districts. Here's the different zones, districts per sector, plots per zone. And then the release date of these first 3 will be June 3rd through 7th. And we'll look into, I'm not sure if they're doing a pre-mint registration. I haven't seen anything. So it might be on the schedule. Future releases, 9 zones, 72,000 plots. They'll release the city and unreleased city plots. That'll be a couple years down the road. So here's what the plots look like. The price, 174 ADA for the small, 359 medium, 530, and yeah, as you can see. But you get, I guess, a plot discount for the size. So if you have some ADA to spare, if you can get in on one of these, I might just get a couple small plots or a medium plot. I have That's if I can get in on if I can't get in the Iconico's land sale, then I'll see what I can do to get in here. A lot of projects have been doing whitelists, so it's been difficult to get in early. Here's the group priority tier allocation. So they have different, I guess, tiers in Discord. So if you're not in the Discord and you don't have your wallet linked to show that you own some assets, I'm not sure if, because I haven't linked mine yet, so I don't know 100%, but they have allocations for each tier and what's available on which days. So go to the Discord and check to see what role you have or what tier you have. And here's the different days, the mint schedule for different days. And it's really cool they do this because it does help ease congestion on the blockchain. Tier 1 starts at 2 p.m. Universal Time Coordinate, or UTC. I don't know where y'all live, but for me on the West Coast, it's usually 8 hours. I'm 8 hours before UTC. So, what is this? So 2 p.m., so 6 a.m. my time. Yeah, I believe 6 a.m. my time, tier 1. If you're on the East Coast, it'd be 9 a.m. and 30-minute break, on and on, 90-minute break. It gives a nice space, nice increase in time between minting tiers, as you'll get more congestion as you go, and hopefully that'll ease some of it. But this is a pretty big hype mint, so we'll see how it goes. But yeah, that's on the lake, zone 1. It's beautiful. Here's a little on the custom domes. Yeah, custom dome NFT land can be built from an expanding selection of templates. I don't necessarily know what. Oh, PvP. Couldn't tell. It looked like PUP. PvP, esports, nightclub experiences, theater stage experience, festival, NFT gallery, global expo, business meetings, educational centers. You can just see how many applications you can use on here and what real world utility it has. And they go into land utility, rewards, staking, plot allocation, game testing. So you can get airdrops, staking in airdrops, building materials, harvesting tools, crafting tools, pets, mounts, outfits, build residential houses to live in and store their NFTs. Structures can be upgraded to expand their utility and even take on tenants. So you could essentially rent these places out and make an income renting out your virtual space. How about that? NFT land farms enable players to grow and harvest crops, which you can buy, or you can sell or trade for other materials. Part of playing the game is working on your land and working details with others to allow them to work on your land. This is an active role that has in-game rewards. Farming or allocating others to farm, rental of property equipment, income from workshops, marketplace, staking land, district competitions. Yeah, really cool stuff. So Rarity Significance. As the production progresses, they'll be releasing maps that represent each zone, sector, and district. Landowners will have access to these maps in advance and will be able to study features like water, proximity to mines, locations with beautiful views, etc. This will allow all owners to strategically place out where they would like to claim each land NFT. That's really cool. Yeah, to be able to see where there's resources, it'd be nice to place your land a lot closer to that stuff. The order in which land can be claimed is indicated by rarity. In other words, the more rare your land deed, the better chances you have of claiming a plot in a more desirable location, closer to water, mining, etc. In addition, the more rare your land plot will determine the order in which you get to test the game. So that's dope. That's really dope. So if you want to get in early, get you a nice rare land deed, or copias. I guess that's the most. Yeah. So they compare this to other metaverse projects, and Axie Infinity is. I don't consider that so much a metaverse project as a play to earn game with maybe a metaverse. I don't really know. Does it say? I don't think it's. It might just have a little hangout spot for your characters, but it's pretty much hits all that they don't in Sandbox. I don't know. Network, Decentraland, Pavia, some other big metaverse plays. These two are on Ethereum. Sandbox, Decentraland, and Pavia is on Cardano. Axie's on Ethereum, and not sure Network, but play to earn, build to earn, learn to earn, free player homeland, building tools, commercial zones, marketplace, multiplayer farms, land crafting and quests, Unreal Engine, air, land, and sea in real life economics. Just a lot of good stuff, and their roadmap they've been hitting. The NFT marketplace, free bubble jet sprinter. They got the website, the Cornucopias Wikipedia for all the information on the project, the different bubble jets and stuff that they have. Their in-game travel vehicles, the different NFT land sales. They had NFT to Tree. I believe it was a donation for that. That was pretty cool. Now the land sale, player commercial custom domes next, host to earn, PC tools release, PC game release, mobile game release, their desktop launch, metaverse, and then Android, Apple. So I guess these won't be play to earn, but the desktop launcher will. That's cool. Yeah, a lot of good stuff. This is the team, very transparent, and they tell you who they are, and they have AMAs quite often where they discuss the project and what's going on. There's some partners and their contact and stuff. Now, if you're interested in getting some of their bubble jet sprinters, you can get them on JPEG Store. Other marketplaces might be cheaper, but JPEG Store got them, and they have different rarities too. They got the mythics, pink ones. They got the legendaries. They got the rare. You got the uncommon, and then the commons. So, mythic floor on that's, yeah, yep, 5,400. So that's the main one. This one came out not too long ago, or not too long after. Yeah, they have different rarities too, mythic and legendary. So yeah, these are a bit cheaper than the bubble jets, not by much. 10 ADA. But if you want to go big time, the bubble jet OG custom, I'm not too sure what these are. I haven't spent much time on these ones, but yeah, so those, I got a couple of these, but yeah, hope that helps. Good luck getting in, and I'll talk to you soon.